Hi everybody, this is Property with Leonard and welcome to another episode. On this channel we discuss property, finance and investments. Now please note that none of my videos constitutes as financial advice, but if you're looking for financial advice, please go speak to an accredited and registered financial advisor. Now first of all, thank you so much for all of you guys watching and commenting on my previous video. It is really much appreciated, and while I'm on it, please remember to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it, and leave your comments in the comments section below. It is good for you to like, share, and comment. That's good for the YouTube algorithms, and that way we will grow and we will be able to reach more people who you and I know can benefit from the contents of these videos. Now today is another interesting episode. It's something that I come across very often when people ask me what is the difference or the pros and cons of buying versus renting a property. So that's what I'm going to be covering today. And I will advise you guys to watch this video right through to the end, because the tips and the pros and cons that I'm going to share with you today will really benefit you. It will help you to make an informed decision. Now let me start off with the advantages of buying a home. Now, owning a home offers long-term benefits of security, equity and potential growth in personal wealth, of course. It is a long-term investment and it really helps that wealth portfolio. It's the way that you can build it, the way that you can start it, and arguably one of the best ways. The value of your home, to link with the previous point, appreciate over time, and we know there's growth, and property is one of the most secure investments. Nothing is 100% secure, but it is one of the most secure investments. And being a homeowner gives you more creative control over your property. And by that I mean you can extend your property. We're talking about change in the landscape, in the decor, renovations, etc. You can do it because it's your property. And you have the option to refinance your bond amount, to maybe cover bigger debts and stuff that you want to purchase. Or alternatively, we call it a second bond. I think the first one is that buying a home or owning a property comes with a huge financial responsibility. There are bond repayments, regular house maintenance, which can really pile up to a couple of thousands of rands. And the additional costs are things like home insurance, rates and taxes, and the maintenance that the homeowner is responsible for. And the other reality is that you always run the risk. There's always a possibility then whenever you decide on selling the property that you might not make a profit. It could be for various reasons. Maybe the area that you bought in initially was very desirable, but things happened in that area that people are not really interested in it, to buy there, to invest there, or to live there. There can be millions and one reasons for that. It could also be because of economic circumstances. It could be a recession. I mean, at the moment we have this coronavirus pandemic, and a lot of exterior factors also have an effect on property prices, desirability. You know, and being a homeowner, unlike a tenant that can really just, depending on what the contract says, gives you 2-3 months notice to vacate the property and move to a different area for whatever reason. As a homeowner, you are pretty stuck where you are. You need to sell your property first before you can move. So you're not as mobile as what a tenant is, for instance. So you also have to take that into consideration when you buy a property. That's why you have to do your research properly. Look at the amenities in the area, schools, shops, all those things, and that it really fits what your requirements are and what you are looking for. But also things change, and if you are a homeowner, if you are in that position that you can't really buy a second property without the sale of your current one, then you have to look into that. So you have to sell your house first before you will be able to move on. Now, renting a home allows you more flexibility than owning a home. And this is ideal for those who have sudden changes in jobs, that they have to relocate to a different area. Renting requires no long-term commitment compared to, for instance, when you buy a property, which can be up to a 30-year commitment that will take you to pay off your home loan. So you are more flexible in that regard. You could give, depending on what the contract says, your rental agreement says, you can give a 2 months, 30 days or 3 months notice, and it's not even your responsibility to get a new tenant, because that will be the responsibility of either the landlord or the homeowner. I think this one is arguably the main reason why people rent and continue to rent, is because renting often afford you the ability to live in an area that you would more than likely not be able to afford to buy in. Moving on is much easier as a tenant than if you own the property, because I mean, you just have to give notice to the landlord or to the homeowner. It's not even your responsibility to look for a tenant, and you can move on. Another advantage of being a tenant and renting versus buying is that you don't have to be concerned. It's actually a cost-saving tip, and that's also one of the reasons that renting is so attractive to many people, is that you don't have to be concerned about lots of other, like maintenance, homeowners insurance. The only insurance that you have to pay and to be concerned about is your home content insurance, your stuff. You don't have to worry about maintenance, all those other things. Those things are for the homeowners. And before I get to the disadvantages of renting a home, please remember to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it, and leave your comments in the comments section below. It's good for you to like, share, and comment. That's good for the YouTube algorithms. And that way we will grow and we will be able to reach more people who you and I know can benefit from the contents of these videos. Now next is the disadvantages of renting a home. These ones are pretty straightforward. You know, if you rent a home, you are bound by the rules of the lease agreement, which can impact your freedom and the use of the property. You can't really renovate the property. You can't really do what you want because it's not your property. So that one is pretty straightforward. You cannot make changes to the property that you are renting without the consent of the homeowner. Renting offers no wealth creation, and that's also pretty straightforward because it's not your house. You are renting it. Although, like I said earlier, that you are living in a nicer area, you are actually in effect, I mean, there's a short way of putting it, you're paying off someone else's bond. You are actually helping someone else creating wealth. So you are living in his property, giving him or her a steady income. It doesn't matter how long you live in it, how long you stay in it. You can, I mean, I know people who have been renting for 10, 15, 20 years. It will never be theirs. And when renting a property, you will have no control over the annual rental fluctuations because that is based on the inflation rate, etc. And another disadvantage of renting a property is that there's really no guarantee that your lease will be renewed after it is expired. Think about these tips that I've shared with you today, the advantages and disadvantages of owning a property versus renting a property, and you can make up your own mind. Take it from there. And if, for instance, you have your own property, you have no desire to rent, share this video with people that you know might benefit from it, and the content that I have today will really help them to make informed decisions. And that's why I'm making these videos, to really help people make informed decisions, and that way we can all grow and we can all help each other and make this world a better place. Thank you so much, everybody, once again for joining me on today's episode. If this was your first time joining me, please consider to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it, and leave your comments in the comments section below. And this goes for you guys as well who are always watching, but I have not subscribed yet, because I know I can see it. I can see it in my analytics, video analytics, that a lot of people watch, but they are not really subscribed. So I would really appreciate if you guys would subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.